Meeting is being recorded.
Okay, so just to give you an idea, right? So I put a scenario one. I may add more scenarios here, but for the timing, scenario one. So what we have, right? So the trade one. So when we got a trade one few days back, so you got an IC which is CCS plus PCS, right? And you got a credit of 4. Okay. Now, because trade one is in trouble, so we are trying to roll over. But in the meantime, what we are going to do is we are closing the PCS. Suppose at point 0.2, max we are closing at point 0.2. So you paid a debit of point 0.2. Now your CCS is still in trouble because market is going higher. So CCS is at kind of 9. So now we are trying to roll that CCS. So we are closing CCS at 9. I mean, basically the roll concept is that one. It will close the existing one and open the new one. So in the step, that is the close CCS at 9. So total debit you are paying is 9.2. Okay. And what is the total loss in this case? So you paid 9.2, you had received 4. So how much is the total loss? 5.2 per contract. Now you are getting the new CCS around suppose $8. That is the roll, right? So roll one. And we are waiting for a pullback. And even if we want to pullback, it will be still 8. But if we got a pullback, we can try to fill the PCS as 0.8. But so far, means in our real scenario, it didn't happen yet. But you're still getting the 8. Suppose you got a
Why is it the same strike or different strike?
that yeah that it will be different strike. We'll write down here.
Okay,
But mostly we'll roll up and do the credit. So 8. Now we got a pieces of 8.8 suppose for the 10 wide, right? Then total credit received is with 8.8.
okay.
So far it is clear
So far clear.
how the stepwise you are going, right? We
Yes,
have
correct.
a CCS 8 and we're adding a PCS point. So total credit we receive is 8.8. Okay. So what is your total risk here? 1.2. Okay. Still. But let's try to close this at 3.5. If you are able to close this IC at 3.5 because in the 11 days or 13 days period, suppose you are paying 3.5. So what is the profit? 5.3. You are still in the net profit of point 0.1. You didn't make a lot of money, but you came out with the even. Okay. But
Correct.
you see that, right? This is the
Yes,
5.3.
yes, very clear.
Good
And
Perfect.
explanation today, okay.
huh?
This is a
Yeah.
much
Very
better
nice.
explanation.
Escalation.
No, no,
Yeah.
very good, very well explained, he says.
Oh, okay. So point one. Now suppose scenario two. This didn't make you the money. Okay. It is still in the loss. Okay. So roll one didn't work out. This is the roll one. Okay. So now you're
Correct,
considering a roll two. Okay. So you had the credit of how much? Credit from roll one is 8.8.
correct,
Close the PCS at point 0.2 still because your PCS was zero point 0.8 here. So you are still trying to close that zero point 0.8 or zero point 0.1. I'll say zero point 0.1, not zero point 0.8. So sorry, point 0.2, 0.1. Suppose zero point 0.2. Now close the CCS at still at 9. Okay. Because CCS is in trouble, right? By the time you are rolling, why you are considering rolling? Because it is in the trouble. So it may be at the 9. So again, so you are closing the CCS at 9, you are closing the PCS at zero point 0.2, still you are paying a debit of 9.2. So what is the total loss? 9.2 minus 8.8. You see that?
correct.
Because
Yes, correct,
8.2 was the earlier credit. The total loss is zero point 0.4.
correct.
And total loss, I mean, this is the loss. Total loss is how much?
5.6.
5.2 plus zero point 0.4 is 5.6.
Correct.
Now you are getting the new CCS still at 8, okay, with the roll up, okay. So we'll work on that.
So when you say for a $10 spread, we are getting a credit of 8. Is that
Yes,
right?
that's right. Yes, you are still
Okay,
in the 10 white, okay. We're not changing the white.
okay,
Wait for a pullback. If you get a PCS again, suppose $1, okay. So that becomes 9, okay. Because when you're going to roll two, still market is already up. It is about to fall sometime, right? You may still get a PCS for this price. One. The total credit you're receiving is 9. So understand the concept. Even if the price doesn't matter, concept understand. So total credit received is 9, right?
Correct.
So 8 plus 1 is 9. Now try to close this at 3.3 or whatever. If you try to 3.3 or 3.2, sorry, you're try to close this. Okay. So this is the difference. As a 3.2, you are getting 5.8 credit. Now 5.8 profit. So
Correct.
5.8 minus 5.6.
Yeah, you make a you are at break even.
Again, still you are trying to just break even. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
if we can get our break even, it's fine.
yeah, it's a time taking thing. Okay. I know it is very frustrating right now because we are in the loss. Okay. Because the market keeps on going higher. So this is the only way out, and this is the mechanism of the roll. Yeah, it may take, as I said, that it may, in this case, it may take one or two rolls. Okay. So initially you might see, I'll say that in case you are doing it, if you have margin problem, reduce the contracts, and later on we can bump the contracts when you start seeing the profit. Okay. But this is the concept. If you, and
Very well explained, RK.
it is in the,
Fantastic.
because yesterday you had a lot of questions on the how it is going to work. So I was writing down in this one yesterday in the paper. Then I thought that let me put in the Excel sheet
No,
and
I was only the credit we are going to get. That is the only thing I was having
no,
doubt.
and that's what I tried to thought to put it, because what I'm talking in the thing you are not able to understand. So I thought that let me put in the paper here. So hope we are
Okay.
getting it right. So
Okay.
yes,
What can you just give a amount of the PCS closing price that's preferable? Like XSP, we're trying to close at 5 or lower, right? SPX at 20
right
or
now,
lower.
yeah, fiber lawyer or 10 cent is fine too right now, right? So
Okay.
high bid will not close for you unless until it is kind of a, and I see SPX is dumping now. I don't know why. It's almost lost 30 points from the high. Okay. But
Going into Friday, they have a meeting, so if they cancel the piece, then it's gonna tank. So nobody wants to hold.
yeah, so I'm expecting a dump anyway, but it is very frustrating for right now. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can understand everybody say I'm not taking it granted. Okay. And but
RK, one thing is clear.
mhm.
You didn't do anything. You
No,
did
I
the
agree,
best.
but means yeah, it could have been. I was not thinking to it will go so much higher after, because you had a lot of chaos.
Nobody thought about that.
Nobody
No,
thought. It's
normally
cold.
war would bring it down, but this is complete opposite.
Yeah, it's completely going away, out of the hand completely. So I thought that instead of closing the whole thing in the total loss, why not roll, and it's kind of, that play the sorry, fry the fish in the fish oil. Okay. So it's kind of thing, because if you are taking my money, let me get more money from you and stay close to you. So that's the thing. So that's why we're trying to get the more credit. So that's why the role things are there. Okay. So, and that's the only one thing in the IC. If it is in the loss, this is the only way out. The only thing we can do is little reduce contracts little bit. Okay. And keep moving forward. Okay. So I don't think for a long time it will be there, but yes. Mm. So you are clear on this one, right? Okay. And this
Please
sheet doesn't
share
work.
that sheet somewhere.
Yeah. Please share the sheet.
This is the sheet, 7 sheet you have, contract calculation.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's in there. Okay.
I put in the role strategy here. Okay.
Okay.
Because you guys have already access, I think.
Yeah. Make
Prasan,
sure.
you have already. So
Yeah. Let me see. Mm.
I'll give this link.
Then easy for us to
If you
calculate.
want to do something, yeah,
It's not there. Okay.
it is there. You have to open. You may have a local copy. Okay. So,
Oh, okay. Okay, sure.
Okay.
and this is the shared copy. I pinged it. You have the access to this one, Prasan, anyway. So,
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
okay. So let me stop recording.